So the word is that Thick Lizzy, with regards to the ongoing energy crisis we all face, is going to announce an energy price freeze. Good Lord, you might think, Damo, we've had Starmer all wrong. He came up with a policy idea and the Tories might now nick it. What a coup for Team Keith. Praise the Beige. Not quite. Reports are that not only might Truss freeze energy bills in effect from October, but that she'll freeze them for the whole of next year, up to the next general election in 2024. Starmer's plan was for it to only last until January. He's allowed himself to be completely outflanked by Liz Truss. Why? Well, this is a problem when both main parties are basically the same and are fighting to one-up each other by offering the least. There's only so far you can go, and the party in power can always go that little bit further. Such is the problem with such closely shared ideology. It needn't have been this way, though. All Starmer had to do was be what he promised he'd be and do what he promised he would. He stood for Labour leader on a pledge to renationalise energy and take it back into public control. It's a step the Tories could never take since it was their right-wing ideology that saw it sold off to begin with. They could never match that measure. But of course Starmer lied to Labour members about that, lied to voters who thought he'd be different, and of course refuses to honour any pledge he once made, making it impossible to believe anything he says. Still now he's resisting moving back to that position. Too close to Jeremy Corbyn as it is, he and his handlers cannot have anything to do with Corbyn being admitted as being the right move, when of course, as so many of us know, Corbyn was right. That's not to say Starmer or Truss have this right, of course. By freezing bills, you're handing the energy companies even more money, guaranteeing the profits they're making and encouraging them, frankly. Starmer is now saying, in an effort to save face, presumably, that it shouldn't be public money that pays for it. He was ready to hand over a £29 billion subsidy to the energy companies, let's not forget, but now he says the companies themselves should take the hit. 29 energy suppliers collapsed last year because they couldn't take the hit. There is very little money in supply. For those suppliers who also produce and distribute energy, that's where all the profits are. They could take the hit. But surviving supply-only firms, already bailed out with public money as some are, like Bulb, wouldn't be able to. We might refer to Liz Truss as thick, but Starmer isn't the sharpest tool in his dad's factory either, and his desperation is on show again. All he has to do is honour his election pledges, and he'd be on to a winner. But he never will, and that's why he will always fail.